Dear story lovers, welcome to GinaTales, where every tale is a world waiting to be discovered and every story a journey into timeless wonders. Sit back, relax, and let yourself be captivated as we dive into another beautiful story of the drama and the spirit city. Once upon a time in the village of Umaka, far beyond the reach of time, lies a place no one speaks of, the spirit city. It's a land forgotten by most, a realm hidden from the living, yet always calling to those who carry secrets too heavy to bear. Those who have experienced tragedy, those weighed down by guilt or past they cannot escape, can hear the whispers of the city from across the spirit river, but it is said that once you cross, there is no coming back, unless you can face your fears. Chima, a young drummer in Umaka, had no idea that he was about to become one of those who would hear the call. Known for his magic drumming that could stir the wind and summon spirits, Chima was a humble boy who never sought fame, though the elders often spoke of his gift with reverence. His music was believed to bridge the worlds of the living and the dead. But Chima, despite his talent, had always remained grounded, skeptical of the stories surrounding the spirit river and its pool. But on the night of the annual festival of the ancestors, as the village prepared for the sacred ritual of calling the spirits, something changed. The air felt heavier, as if the weight of centuries rested upon it. Chima had been chosen to lead the drumming for the most important part of the festival, the calling of the spirit across the spirit river. Before the festival began, his father, Onyeka, warned him with grave seriousness. "Chima, you must be careful. The spirit river's waters are not to be taken lightly. Those who cross its paths are never seen again. Play your music, but never let curiosity pull you too far." Chima nodded, but the weight of his father's warning did little to quiet the excitement stirring within him. He had heard of the spirit river all his life, tales of a dark haunted place that only those burdened by their sins could hear. Yet, the legend always seemed far away, a distant story with no bearing on his own life until tonight. As the festival began, Chima settled at the center of the village square, drum in hand. The villagers danced in a trance, moving in rhythm with the beats that seemed to stir something ancient in the air. The fires flickered, casting long shadows, and the scent of roasted yam filled the night. Chima closed his eyes and began to drum, his hands effortlessly coercing music that seemed to flow from the very earth beneath him. But as he drummed, a strange sensation washed over him. The wind stilled. The ground felt as if it had frozen. Then came a sound, a distant haunting drumbeat echoing from across the river. It was no ordinary rhythm. It was calling to him, matching the very beat of his heart. His pulse quickened. Something in the air shifted. The elders had always warned of the spirit river, but they had never told him this, that the spirit would answer his call if he played long enough, if he opened himself to them. Without thinking, his feet moved, carrying him towards the forest that bordered the village. The villagers continued their dance, unaware of Chima's departure. The farther he walked, the louder the distant drumbeat grew, pulling him in, urging him to follow. The path through the forest grew darker, the trees twisting as if alive, whispering secrets in the wind. He could feel the presence of the spirits, their voices growing clearer, calling his name, urging him to come closer. Eventually, Chima found himself standing at the edge of the spirit river, its waters black and still, like a mirror reflecting the darkness of the night sky. Across the river, faint light flickered, glowing like fireflies. And there, standing amidst the glow, was a figure, a tall shadowy being holding a drum identical to Chima's. The figure raised its hand, and the rhythm matched Chima's heartbeat. The connection was undeniable. A pull stronger than anything he had ever felt urged him to step forward. The shadowy being's voice, soft and smooth, reached across the river. "Chima, come! Your music belongs with us now." Torn between the mysterious allure and the warning from his father, Chima hesitated, his foot hovering just above the water surface. The pull of the river, the spirit, the music was almost too strong to resist. But then, as his gaze shifted, he saw something in the water. Familiar faces. The faces of those he had loved, of his mother and father, his childhood friends, all staring back at him. He recognized their eyes, filled with disappointment and sorrow. He had always believed his music was a gift, but now it felt like a curse, a connection to something beyond life. Chima's hand trembled, and the music from across the river grew louder, faster as if urging him to cross. Then something inside him shifted, a realization that the city, the spirit, weren't offering him a gift. They were drawing him into their realm, into their world, to face the guilt he had buried deep within him. The truth was clear. The music was not just his gift, it was his burden. In a final moment of clarity, Chima stepped back from the river's edge, clutching his drum tightly to his chest. The figure across the river seemed to fade, its mournful cry echoing into the night. The light flickered, and the haunting rhythm of the drum gradually faded. As Chima turned to leave, the whispers in the wind grew silent. He ran back towards the village, his heart pounding. The path to the spirit river grew lighter with each step, and when he returned to the festival, the dancers were still moving, unaware of his absence. He sat down, placing his hands on his drum once more, but this time, the music felt different. He no longer heard the haunting drums of the spirit river, and he knew deep within his soul that he had made the right choice. But the spirit city remained, hidden beyond the river's edge, waiting for the next soul burdened by their past, ready to hear its whispers and face the darkness they could not escape. Thank you for watching today's episode of GinaTales. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And for more captivating stories, do well to subscribe to our channel.